Good morning, guys. Hope you're all well. I am a big sweaty mess because I just did a workout, and I'm going to chill out and do some yoga. Hey, Sarah.
How are you?
Yeah, good. Did a little workout already, so I'm ahead of myself, doing some admin.
Very impressive for a Sunday morning.
Exactly. Well, I only had 2 drinks last night, so I'm good.
Feeling fresh.
I'm feeling very fresh. Exactly. Yeah. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. Yeah, it was such a gorgeous day yesterday, wasn't it?
It wasn't just, yeah, it was unbelievable. Yeah. I could see everyone was paying attention to social distancing yesterday.
I know, right? It kind of went out the window yesterday.
Jesus, I drove by Herbert Park and it was just like packed, like more packed than I've seen it in a long time, you know.
There's a lot
I
of
was like, you know, people are doing their groups of 4, which is next weekend, but then they're leaving one group of 4, then joining another group of 4. I'm like, the maths doesn't add up there.
I know. Yeah, it's tough. We find it tough as humans to keep our distance.
Oh, I know. It's bizarre. It's just not a normal behavior or activity to do at all.
No. Yeah, it's tough,
but
all right.
So is life at the moment.
It is.
Yeah. The travel restrictions, I think they're going to lift them gradually. So I was like, cool, I'll go on an Irish holiday this year, but you can only go, I think, 50K in the next couple of weeks.
Okay. Well, that feels like freedom at the moment, right?
Yeah, exactly. I'll go to Bray. It'll be lovely. But that's just the way it is, I guess. But yeah, we're actually excited to get the outdoor sessions going soon. So we've got some cool spots. So we're back in Donnybrook anyway, so I'll be on the tennis courts there. But then we're going to go to Leinster Cricket Ground, which, because the cricket season isn't on for the time being, they've got a huge space that we can use out in the pitch and stuff like that. So it'll be like, it's really nice. The grass is really nice at the moment as well because they've done it up for cricket season. So it'll be perfect for that.
Is that from the 18th onwards, is it?
That will be from the 18th onwards. Yeah, that's the plan. Unless, of course, like government restrictions change or something like that. So
yeah, of course.
I forgot to stick the mute button on here, but I think it should be all right. I think. So I think I might. Did I mute you? No, I didn't.
Yeah,
you did. I did. Sorry. Rude. Yeah, okay. You do the class, and I'll interpret the class.
You can do the voiceover.
Exactly. Cool. Well, look, it's 1 minute past 11. So if you want to kick off, and I'll stay on and then let people in who are arriving a little bit late, and then I'll jump in myself.
Perfect. Okay. So just check I'm lined up. Okay. You can see the mat. Okay. Yeah.
You're looking fairly on point. Yeah. And I did share the playlist as well on the email. So if anyone wants a little playlist to play, it is in the email.
Lovely. Thanks, Emil, for that. So morning, everyone. You're very welcome. I hope you're all feeling good today. So we're going to start in a seated position. So coming into Sukhasana, call that easy pose, but it doesn't always feel easy for everyone. So if you've got a little cushion like me, you can just come to sit on the very edge of the cushion. And it just helps you to get that little lift up out of the hips. So just finding a nice comfortable seat. We're going to be here for a few minutes. And you can have the palms face down onto the knees or bring the backs of the hands onto the knees. And just gently close the eyes down. We'll just give ourselves these first few moments just to arrive on our mat this morning. Just beginning to drop your focus down into your yoga seat. Just becoming aware of those parts of the body that are making contact with the ground. Maybe the ankles, outside the feet, outside the legs, the hip bones, and the sit bones. Just allowing your yoga seat just to grow nice and heavy, nice and grounded. And from that yoga seat, I just want you to begin to lift up a little bit out of the hips. Just beginning to find that length in your spine. And just imagine that you're creating a little bit more space in between each vertebrae. Just allowing the crown of the head to grow tall to the ceiling. Just allowing those shoulders to relax. And just taking these first few moments just to check in with yourself. Noticing how your physical body is feeling today. Acknowledging what your energy levels are like. Just notice how you're feeling.
Return to work. Certainly productivity is good.
So yoga really is helping us just to connect with ourselves. To notice where we're at today. Just slowly beginning to become aware of your breath now. Without changing the breath. Just noticing where the breath is. Acknowledging if it's a shallow breath or a deep breath. And just beginning to drop your focus down now into your belly. See if you can soften and relax the belly. Sometimes you have a tendency to hold the belly in. Just allowing the belly to soften and relax. Just beginning to take some deeper breaths. You breathe in a little deeper into the belly. Expanding out into the rib cage. Breathing all the way into the upper chest. A nice full breath. And on the exhale, you can just sigh out through the mouth. Just take a few rounds of breath like this. So no forcing when you take the inhale, but just seeing if you can just begin to breathe a little deeper. Just creating a little bit more space in the body. And really using that exhale just to let any tension out of the body. The next inhale, just find that length again in your spine. And on the exhale, just drawing that right ear down to the right shoulder. And find that nice stretch on the left side of the neck. The inhale coming all the way back to center. And on the exhale, drawing that left ear down to the left shoulder. Just bringing that stretch into the right side of the neck. And inhaling all the way back to center. And on the exhale, just drawing the chin down to the chest. Just bring that length to the back of the neck. On the inhale, just beginning to lift the chin and just gently beginning to open the eyes. If you have the cushion underneath you now, just moving the cushion to one side. Stay in our seated position a little bit longer, but bring a little bit of movement into the body. So we're going to inhale, fingertips to sky, just drawing the arms alongside the ears. Palms are facing towards each other. Just find that nice length in the spine as you inhale. And as you exhale, you're going to release that right hand down to the mat beside you. And as you inhale, reach up to those left fingertips. So really find that nice length in the left side of the body. And as you exhale, just come over into your side bend, so leaning over to the right. And making sure we're grounding down to that left sit bone, so we're not lifting that left hip off the floor. And just beginning to gently peel that left shoulder back and bringing your gaze up to the sky. We're just bringing that length into the left side of the body and breathing a little deeper into that left rib cage. And as you inhale, coming all the way back up to center. And then exhaling that left hand down. And as you inhale, reaching up to those right fingertips. And as you exhale, coming over to the left. It's grounding down to that right sit bone. And just gently peeling that right shoulder back. Bring your gaze up to the sky. It's a nice deep breath into that right rib cage. And from here, we're going to make our way into a gentle flow. So as we exhale, we're going to draw the arms forward, like we're coming into a forward fold, bringing the hands across the ground, keeping that right hand on the earth, and peeling that left arm back over the left ear. So as we exhale, we're releasing the arms down, coming into our forward fold, reaching over to the left this time, and sweeping that right arm up over the right ear. Just coming into this nice fluid flow. On the exhale, coming down into our forward fold. And on the inhale, you're drawing that arm up over the ear. Just doing a couple like this, just beginning to bring a little movement into the body. And just stretching out through the side body. And just beginning to open up the lumbar spine as we come forward into those forward folds. And we'll just do 2 more of these. And just bringing the movements in line with the breath. Lovely. And the next inhale then, just bringing the fingertips back to sky, but this time bringing the palms to face forward. And take a nice deep inhale as you find that length. And as you exhale, we're going to come into our forward fold. So beginning to hinge at the hips, bringing the palms of the hands down to the earth, and just allowing the forehead to come down. So taking a couple of deep breaths here in our forward fold. Just seeing if you can breathe a little deeper into the back body. In our everyday life, we usually breathe into the front of the body. So in our forward fold, it's a nice opportunity just to take some deeper breaths into the back body. And the next inhale, slowly coming back to center. You're going to bring the hands about 1 hand space behind the body, fingertips pointing forward and lots of space in between the fingers. And as you inhale, you're lifting the hips up towards the ceiling, drawing the knees down towards the earth. So just find that nice length in the front of the body. Taking a breath here. And as you exhale, releasing all the way down. You're going to release the legs and then cross them the opposite way, so the way that feels a little bit awkward. Just make sure you're on the sit bones again. And as you inhale, bringing fingertips to sky, palms of the hands facing towards the front of the room. Taking a nice deep inhale. And as you exhale, just hinging forward, bringing the palms of the hands down to the earth. Just allowing the forehead to rest down. Taking a couple of nice deep breaths into the back body. And the next inhale, coming all the way back to center. One last time, we're going to place the hands behind us, fingertips pointing forward. And on the inhale, drawing the hips up towards the ceiling and drawing those knees down towards the earth. So it doesn't matter if the knees don't come all the way down, just finding that stretch in the front body. As you exhale, just releasing the hips down. Lovely. So we're going to make our way now into our tabletop. So just coming onto all fours. Just taking a moment just to find your alignment here. So making sure that we have the wrist creases underneath the shoulders and the knees underneath the hips. Lots of space in between those fingers. And as we inhale, just beginning to draw the chin up towards the sky, allowing the belly to drop down towards the earth. We're going to do our first cow pose. And as we exhale, just beginning to tuck the chin into the chest, drawing the navel into the spine and bringing your gaze between the knees. Coming into your cat pose. On the next inhale, releasing the belly down and inhaling chin to the sky. So just moving now to the rhythm of your own breath. So don't have to move at the same time as me. On that exhale, you're beginning to tuck the tailbone under, draw the chin to chest, bringing that gaze between the knees. So just taking it nice and slow. Just beginning to coordinate your movement with your breath. And just slowly beginning to warm up the spine. We'll just do one last one here, and then we'll meet back in our tabletop. Lovely. So coming back into your tabletop now, and we're going to extend out through that right leg. So we're bringing the ball of the right foot to rest into the mat, and we're pushing out through that right heel. So just beginning to open up the back of the right leg. Taking a nice deep inhale. And then we're going to lift that right leg so it's in line with the body. So we're pushing out through the right heel, flexing that foot, toes pointing down to the earth. And then we're going to bend that right knee so the sole of the foot is pressing up towards the sky. As we inhale, we're going to bring the chin and the sole of the foot up towards the sky. We're using our cat-cow spine here. And on the exhale, we're going to begin to curl and draw a knee to nose. We'll do that 2 more times. So as we inhale, bringing the foot and the chin up towards the sky. And as we exhale, drawing knee to nose. So really arching that spine, drawing the knee in towards the chest. Inhaling. One last time. We're going to stay at the top this time. I'm going to come into our tiger curl here. So we have the opportunity here just to stay where we are. If this is enough for your balance, you stay here. If you want to challenge your balance a little bit more, you're going to bring that left palm onto the lower back. Or you may be able to bring that left hand back and take hold of the foot. So whichever version you're in, you're keeping your gaze down at the ground. If you're holding the foot, you're going to begin to press the top of the foot into the hand. We're going to get a nice quad stretch here. Taking a couple of breaths. Just beginning to challenge our balance a little bit. Next exhale now, releasing the hand and the knee back down, coming back into your tabletop. I'm just going to do some tabletop circles here just to release the joints. So on the inhale, just hinging forward over the wrists, leaning over to the right, and drawing those hips all the way back over the heels and over to the left. So nice fluid movements here. You're just getting into all the joints. Going to involve the spine and the shoulders. And just noticing where those tight spots are today. Bringing those circles in the opposite direction. Lovely, and then meeting back in our tabletops, just taking a moment just to check your alignment again, making sure you've got lots of space in between those fingers and pressing into the finger pads and the corners of the hands, just to help protect the wrists. So we're going to extend out now through that left leg, so we're pushing the ball of the left foot into the floor, really pressing out through that left heel. And the next inhale, lifting that left leg in line with the body. Bending that left knee so the sole of the left foot is pressing up towards the sky. As we inhale, we're pushing up through the sole of that left foot, bringing our gaze up to the ceiling. And as we exhale, we're arching the spine, drawing knee to nose. So pushing the floor away through the palms. Inhaling to bring the foot and the gaze back up to the sky. Exhaling, knee to nose. One last time, lifting that foot up to the sky, bringing our gaze up to the ceiling, and just holding here for a moment. Then we have the option to stay here, or we can bring the right palm onto the lower back, the sacrum, or we can take hold of that left foot. Whichever version you're in, you're going to bring your gaze down to the mat to help you with your balance. And if you're holding the foot on the inhale, just beginning to press the top of the foot into the hand. So rather than bringing the foot in, you're pressing the top of the foot into the hand. Getting that nice quad stretch on the left side. Taking one more breath here. Lovely. And then exhaling to release back down. Just going to push back into your child's pose. You can keep the knees together or knees apart. Bringing the forehead down to the earth. And just keeping those arms stretched out in front. Just taking a couple of nice deep breaths here. Again, see if you can breathe a little deeper into the back body. Our child's pose is our resting pose. Anytime through the practice, if you feel you need to come down into child's pose, knowing that this is always available to you. I'm just taking 2 more breaths here. Lovely. Then in your own time, just slowly making your way back up into your tabletop. Then coming to our first downward facing dog. So just tucking the toes under, pushing the hips back over the heels and up towards the sky. Just going to gently pedal through the feet, just bending one knee at a time as you draw the opposite heel down to the earth. Just beginning to warm those calf muscles. People like to do this nice and slowly, and others like to pedal a little faster. So just doing what feels good for your body. Lovely. Let's begin to find some stillness now in your downward facing dog. Bringing that gaze back towards the ankles. You can draw those heels down towards the earth. Now we're going to bring the feet a little wider now. So see if you can bring the feet almost as wide as the mat. Stepping those feet out a little wider. We're going to come into our down dog twist here. So you're going to press into that left hand, lift that right hand and bring it onto the left shin. Come into a little twist, bringing your gaze under that left armpit. And as you exhale, bringing that right hand back down onto the floor, back into your down dog. Do that on the opposite side now. So pressing into that right palm, releasing that left hand, and bringing that left hand onto the left shin. Bring your gaze under that right armpit. Lovely. And then releasing that left hand back onto the ground and bringing the feet back in so that they're hip distance apart. Take a nice deep inhale through the nose and sigh out through the mouth. That one more time, a nice deep inhale and letting everything go on the exhale. We're going to lift that right heel to sky now, come into your 3-legged dog. So squaring the hips down to the floor, pushing out to that right heel, flexing that right foot. We're going to bend that right knee and draw that right foot forward between the hands. So we're releasing that left knee down, top of the left foot down, making sure we have the right knee stacked over the right ankle. We're going to keep the fingertips on the ground for the moment and begin to draw the chest forward. So we're sliding those shoulder blades down the back, lifting our gaze. And see if we can breathe a little deeper into the belly. And just noticing how those hips are feeling today. 2 more breaths here. Lovely. Next inhale now, we're going to bring fingertips to sky, drawing the arms alongside the ears. So palms are facing towards each other, and in that nice length in the spine. As we inhale, we're going to reach those fingertips a little bit higher. And as we exhale, we're going to bend the elbows, coming to our cactus arms. So sliding those shoulder blades down the back, finding a little bit more expansion in the chest. And then bringing the palms together at heart center. Taking a nice deep inhale. And as we exhale, we're going to turn to our right. So we're pushing through the 4 corners of the hands. And as we exhale, releasing that left elbow just above the right knee. So we're stacking that right elbow above the left elbow, pressing into that left palm, just to create a little bit more space in the upper body. And then we're going to tuck the toes under on the back foot and release that left knee. So we're pushing out through that left heel, coming into our high lunge twist. We can take a couple of deep breaths here. Lovely. Then releasing that left knee down, bringing our prayer hands back to heart center and inhaling fingertips to sky. As we exhale, we're going to release the hands down and step all the way back into your downward facing dog. Let's take in a couple of breaths here. And then we'll make our way to our slow vinyasa. So on the inhale, we're going to draw the shoulders forward over the wrists, coming into your high plank. Any lower back issues, or you feel that the hips are dipping like this, you're going to release the knees down into your half plank. So whichever version you're in, you're pushing the earth away through the palms, lifting those shoulder blades towards the sky. Bring that navel into the spine just to help engage the core. And on the exhale, we're all going to release the knees down into your half plank. Bend the elbows and lower the chin and chest down to the floor. So the hips are still lifted, elbows hugging into the rib cage. And as you inhale, you're going to slide through into your baby cobra. So we're just lifting the upper chest. There shouldn't be any weight in the palms, so you should be able to lift the hands off the floor. And just drawing those shoulder blades towards each other. Hips are pressing into the ground. And then tucking the toes under and pushing all the way back into your downward facing dog. Taking a couple of breaths here. Next inhale, now you're going to lift that left heel, coming into your 3-legged dog. Just squaring those hips down to the floor, bending that left knee and drawing that left foot forward. So when we come forward, we're drawing the shoulders over the wrists, hugging that knee in towards the chest, like we did in our tiger curls, and then stepping that foot forward. Releasing the right knee down, the top of the right foot down. Making sure we have that knee above the ankle, and then keeping the fingertips on the ground as we draw the chest forward, sliding those shoulder blades down the back. Taking a couple of nice deep breaths here as we begin to settle into our low lunge. And again, we're just noticing how this side compares to the other side. Just tuning into how those hips are feeling. Lovely. Next inhale now, we're going to draw fingertips to sky, bringing those arms alongside the ears, palms facing towards each other. Taking a nice deep inhale as you reach a little higher. And as we exhale, coming into our cactus arms, sliding those shoulder blades down the back. Then we're going to bring the palms of the hands together at heart center. Taking an inhale here. And as we exhale, we're going to turn to our left this time. Again, connecting through those four corners, the palms of the hands. As we exhale, bringing that right elbow just above the left knee. So we're stacking that left elbow above the right elbow and pressing a little deeper into that right palm, just to find that space in the upper body. And then we're going to tuck the toes under and release that right knee, coming into our high lunge twist. So it really helps here if you push out through that right heel. And we'll take a couple of deep breaths here. Lovely, releasing that right knee down, bringing those prayer hands back to heart center. We're going to inhale, fingertips to sky. And as we exhale, bringing the hands down to the floor, stepping that right foot forward, coming into your forward fold. So keeping a nice generous bend in the knees, feet are hip distance apart. And you can either take hold of the opposite elbow or just allow the backs of the hands to rest on the ground. Just coming into our ragdoll here, allowing the whole of the upper body to grow nice and heavy. So your gaze is between the knees rather than looking down at the floor. Just nodding or shaking the head, just to make sure you're not holding any tension in the neck. And that next inhale, going to come into your half lift. So bringing the hands onto the shins as you straighten the legs. Keeping the gaze down at the floor, that nice length in the spine. And as you exhale, bending the knees, bringing the forehead back towards the knees. And as you inhale, bringing fingertips all the way to sky. Bringing your gaze to the thumbs. And if you can lift a little higher, out of the ankles, out of the hips. Bringing the palms of the hands together and exhaling down to heart center. And we'll take 2 breaths. And releasing the arms alongside the body, coming into Tadasana, mountain pose. Just taking a moment to ground through all 4 corners of the feet. You can lift the toes if you like, and then just release the toes all the way back down. We're drawing those shoulder blades down the back and in that space in the chest. And the arms and the hands and the fingers are really active here. So just spreading the fingers. And taking another nice deep inhale as you reach fingertips to sky. As we exhale, coming down into our forward fold, knees bent. Inhaling up into our half lift. Exhaling back down into your forward fold and stepping back into your downward facing dog. Let's take in a couple of breaths here. The next inhale, we're going to lift that right heel to sky, 3-legged dog. We're going to bend that right knee and we're going to draw a knee to nose. So we're bringing the shoulders over the wrists like we're in a high plank, hovering the foot a few inches off the ground. And as we exhale, pushing back into our 3-legged dog. So that 2 more times. So bending that right knee, drawing the knee to nose as we bring the shoulders over the wrists. Exhaling back into our 3-legged dog. One last time, bending that right knee, drawing knee to nose. We're going to hover here for a moment, and then we're going to step that right foot forward. So staying on the ball of the left foot this time, parents come into our high lunge. So inhaling, fingertips to sky, bringing the arms alongside the ears, and the palms are facing towards each other. As we exhale, we're coming to our cactus arms, drawing those shoulder blades down the back. And then bringing the palms of the hands together at heart center into our Anjali Mudra. Taking an inhale here, and as we exhale, we're going to turn to our right. And then we're going to bring that left elbow just above the right knee. So we're coming into our high lunge twist. We're coming into it in a more challenging way. So just choosing something to focus on to help you with your balance. A nice deep belly breath. And as you inhale, coming all the way back to center. Going to bring fingertips all the way back to the sky. And as you exhale, bringing the hands down to the floor and stepping back into your down dog. Just taking a couple of breaths here. So each time we come through our vinyasa, knowing you have the choice to either rest in your down dog or your child's pose. If you're coming through your vinyasa, you can just join me now as we draw the shoulders forward over the wrists, coming into your high plank. So pushing out through the heels, out through the crown of the head. Exhaling to release the knees. Bending the elbows, chin and chest down to the floor. Inhaling up into your cobra. Maybe coming a little bit higher this time. Just making sure with your cobra that you keep your gaze ahead. Some people have the tendency just to bring their gaze up to the ceiling, and that just crunches the back of the neck. So just keeping that nice space between the ears and the shoulders. Taking a breath here. And then tucking the toes under and pushing all the way back into your downward facing dog. Taking a couple of breaths. We'll do that same sequence on the left side now. So next inhale, lifting that left heel to sky, three-legged dog. You're going to bend that left knee and draw knee to nose as you bring the shoulders over the wrists. Hugging that knee into the chest. And as you exhale, pushing all the way out into your three-legged dog. That 2 more times as you inhale, knee to nose, drawing shoulders over the wrists. Exhaling back into your three-legged dog. One last time, bending that left knee, knee to nose. We're going to hover here for a moment, and then we're going to step that left foot forward. So stay in our high lunge here. So you're keeping on the ball of that right foot, keeping that left knee bent, and bringing fingertips to sky. Drawing those arms alongside the ears. So again, with any of our balancing poses, choosing a dristi, a gazing point to look at, is really helpful for your balance. As you exhale, coming into your cactus arms, bending those elbows, drawing those shoulder blades down the back. We're going to bring the palms of the hands together at heart center. Take an inhale here. And as we exhale, we're going to turn to our left. Pressing those palms together. And then bringing that right elbow just above the left knee. So we're stacking that left elbow above the right. And making sure you're not pressing too much into that right arm. There's not too much weight there. Just taking a breath here. Lovely. And as you inhale, bringing prayer hands back to heart center. Inhaling, fingertips to sky. And as you exhale, bringing the hands down, stepping that right foot forward. So coming back into your forward fold. A nice generous bend in the knees. As you inhale, coming up into your half lift. Exhaling back down into your forward fold. As you inhale, bringing fingertips to sky, bring your gaze to the thumbs. Palms of the hands together, exhaling down to heart center. And we'll take 2 breaths. And releasing your arms down by the sides, coming back into Tadasana. Taking a moment to ground. Next, inhale, bringing fingertips back to sky. Exhaling down into your forward fold, knees bent. Bringing the forehead to the knees. Inhaling up into your half lift. And as you exhale, coming all the way down into your forward fold. And you're going to step that left foot to the back of the mat this time. We're coming back into our high lunge. Bring the arms alongside the ears. Inhaling to reach up. And this one, as we exhale, we're going to turn to our right, but just drawing the arms in line with the shoulders, palms face down. We're coming into another variation of our high twist, our high lunge twist. Lovely. As you inhale, sweeping those arms up alongside the sides of the ears. We're going to step that left foot in a little closer, preparing to come into our warrior three. So as we inhale, we're pushing into that right foot, lifting that left leg, and drawing the arms in line with the body. Bring your gaze down to the earth. And as we inhale, we're going to bend that left knee, bringing the palms of the hands together at heart center, and lifting that left knee to center. Taking a moment to find your drishti, gaze in point. And as we inhale, bringing fingertips back to sky, we're going to step that left foot back. So coming back into your high lunge. Taking a breath here. And as you exhale, releasing the hands down, and stepping all the way back into your downward facing dog. Just taking a couple of breaths here. Remembering you have the option now to come through your vinyasa at your own pace, or you can just rest in your down dog or your child's pose. So just doing what feels right for your body. If you're coming through your vinyasa, just coming through it at your own pace. So using this opportunity just to reset the spine and just to steady the breath. So whether you're in child's pose or down dog, just taking a couple of breaths here. And we'll all make our way back into our downward facing dog. That sequence on the left side this time. So I'm going to inhale that left heel to sky, three-legged dog, bending that left knee and drawing that left foot forward. Stay on the ball of the right foot, coming up into your high lunge, drawing the arms alongside the ears. A nice deep inhale. And as you exhale, you're going to open to your left. So drawing the arms in line with the shoulders, palms face down. As you inhale, coming back to your center, drawing those arms alongside the ears. You're going to step that right foot in just a little closer, preparing for our warrior three. So as we inhale, we're pushing into that left foot, lifting that right leg, bringing the arms parallel to the body. You can either point through the toes or through the heel. As you inhale, beginning to bend that right knee. Bring it all the way to center, into your prayer hands. Finding your drishti, your gazing point to help you with your balance. Making sure you breathe when you're in your balancing pose. We're going to bring the fingertips to sky. And as we exhale, we're going to step that right foot back. Bring back into your high lunge. And as you exhale, releasing the hands down, stepping that right foot forward, back into your forward fold. Inhaling up into your half lift. Exhaling back down into your forward fold. Inhaling fingertips to sky, bring your gaze to the thumbs. Palms of the hands together, exhaling down to heart center. Taking 2 breaths. And then releasing the arms alongside the body. Coming into Tadasana, your mountain pose. That one more time on each side. I'm just going to add a little extra just at the end. So as we inhale, fingertips to sky. Exhaling down into your forward fold. Inhaling up into your half lift. Exhaling down into your forward fold. Stepping that left foot back, coming up into your high lunge. Taking an inhale, and as you exhale, opening to your right. Inhaling back to center. Drawing the arms alongside the ears. Stepping that left foot in a little closer. Coming into your warrior three as you press into that right foot. Lifting that left leg. Arms in line with the body. Bending that left knee. Bring your hands to heart center. I'm going to pause here to come into our dancer pose. So bringing that left knee to meet that right knee. And taking that left hand back on the inside of the outside of the foot. Bringing right fingertips to sky. So the same that we did with our tiger curl, all we're going to do is begin to press the top of the foot into the hand. And that right arm is just acting as a counterbalance. We're continuing to press the top of that foot into the hand. Dancer pose. Lovely. On the inhale, coming all the way back to center. Bringing that knee back to center, bringing the palm hands at heart center. Taking a breath here. As you inhale, bringing fingertips to sky, we're going to step back into our high lunge. Pressing out through that left heel. As you exhale, come into your cactus arms and releasing that left knee down into your low lunge. Just taking a breath here. And then we're going to exhale the hands down and step all the way back into your downward facing dog. Just taking a couple of breaths. Coming back to your center, just checking in with how you're feeling. And you have the option here to move through your own slow vinyasa or to rest in your down dog or your child's pose. Whether you're in your down dog or child's pose, just taking a couple of restful breaths here. Next inhale, we're all going to make our way back into our down dog. Do that sequence one last time on the left side. So inhaling that left heel to sky, bending that left knee and drawing that left foot forward. So coming up into your high lunge, arms alongside the ears. Taking a nice deep inhale. And as you exhale, you're opening to your left. Inhaling back to your center. Stepping that right foot in a little closer. As you inhale, pressing into that left foot. Lifting that right leg into your warrior three. As you inhale, you're going to bend that right knee. Bringing the palms of the hands together at heart center. Pausing here for a moment. And we're going to bring that right knee to touch the left knee. Taking hold of that right foot on the inside of the outside. And then bringing left fingertips to sky. So knees are together. And as we exhale, we're going to push the top of that foot into the hand. That left arm is really just reaching out to help us with our balance. And into our dancer pose. And as we inhale, all the way back to center, lifting that knee, coming into our prayer hands. Going to inhale, fingertips to sky, and step that right foot back into our high lunge. Taking an inhale to lengthen, and as we exhale, come into our cactus arms, releasing that right knee down onto the earth. Taking a breath here. And as we exhale, releasing the hands down, stepping all the way back into your downward facing dog. And having the option here to come through your final vinyasa or to rest in your child's pose or your down dog. And then everyone is going to release down into their child's pose, just bringing the forehead down onto the earth. Have the arms stretched out in front, or bring the arms alongside the body. We'll just stay here for a few moments, just connecting back with your breath, allowing the whole of your upper body just to grow nice and heavy. In your own time now, just beginning to lift the forehead, and you're just going to come down to lie on your front body and just have the arms stretched out in front, and you can come to rest on the chin or the forehead. Just taking a couple of moments, just allow the front of your body just to connect with the earth. On the next inhale, you're going to lift the chin or the forehead and lift that left hand and that right foot. So we're just hovering the left hand, the right foot about 2 inches off the floor. We're into our Superman pose. So seeing if you can create that length in the body. So you're reaching out to those left fingertips, out through the right toes, drawing that navel into the spine just to help protect the lower back. And on the exhale, just releasing everything down. Next inhale, lifting the chin of the forehead. I'm going to lift that right palm now and the left foot. So again, see if you can find that length by reaching out to those right fingertips, out through the left toes. And on the exhale, releasing everything down. So we come up onto the chin now and just bring the arms alongside the body, palms face down. So the little fingers are turned in towards the body and the thumbs are away from the body. And you're going to draw the big toes together. And as you inhale, you're just pressing into the palms of the hands and lifting the upper chest. And this might be enough for your lower back today. You're going to stay here. If you want to come a little bit further, then you can lift the feet. So just bringing the big toes together. And then we have the option to float the hands. So drawing the shoulder blades towards each other. Coming into our locust pose, Salabhasana. It's helping to build our back strength. One more breath. And as you exhale, we're going to release everything down. Just create a nice little pillow with the hands and bring the forehead onto the back of the hands and just gently rock the hips from side to side just to ease out the lower back. Now, if you feel you've done enough work on your back today, you can just come back into your child's pose. If you want to come into one last pose, we're going to come into our bow pose. So we're going to bring the hands back and just bring the knees so that they're hip distance apart. Staying on the chin for the moment, you're just going to bend the knees and see if you can take hold of the ankles at the tops of the feet. And all we're going to do to start with is we're keeping the legs, the knees on the floor. All we're going to do is just lift the upper chest. Just getting a better hold of the feet or the ankles. And just like we did with our tiger curls and our dancer pose, all we're going to do is just press the tops of the feet into the hands. And as we begin to press the tops of the feet into the hands, we might find that the knees and the thighs lift off the floor. So just staying here for a couple of breaths. You can rock forward and backwards a little bit, maybe with the breath. Your bones are pressing down into the ground. When you're ready, just releasing the ankles of the feet. And you're going to push back into your child's pose. So bringing the knees together for this one, bringing the forehead down to the floor, and just bringing the arms alongside the body. Just helping to release the lower back. Next inhale, just begin to lift the forehead, coming back to sit on the heels, and slowly making your way down onto your back body. You're going to keep the knees bent and just release the whole of the back body down onto the earth. You can either bring your arms out in a cross shape in line with the shoulders, or you can come into your cactus arms just by bending those elbows and bringing the backs of the hands onto the ground. Bringing the big toes and the knees together. We're going to inhale the knees into the chest. And on the exhale, just release those knees over to the left side. Your gaze over to that right palm. And if you like, you can bring that left hand onto the top knee just to add a little bit more weight into your twist. Just gently closing the eyes down. Allowing the whole of your body to grow nice and heavy. Next inhale, just beginning to draw the knees back to center. Just pausing here for a moment, just coming back into your neutral spine. And the next exhale, just allowing the knees to come over to the right side this time. Bring your gaze over towards that left palm. And again, you can bring that right hand onto the top knee just to add a little extra weight. Just gently closing the eyes down. Take in 2 more deep breaths here. the next inhale, just drawing the knees back to center. Just giving the knees a nice hug into the chest. You're just gently rocking from side to side just to ease out the lower back. The twists are really nice to do after all our back bending. Just helping to release the spine. And then we're going to release the soles of the feet down to the earth. Lengthen out through the legs. Getting nice and comfy, nice and cozy. Your final relaxation pose of Shavasana. You can either keep the palms of the hands resting on the belly, or bring the backs of the hands to rest on the ground, palms face up. Just allowing the feet to fall out to the sides. Allowing the whole of your body to sink down into the earth. Letting go of your practice now. And just surrendering to your Shavasana. Slowly beginning to come back to the space. Becoming aware of the sounds around you. And beginning to deepen your breath. And bringing some gentle movements back into the body. And maybe gently turning the head from left to right. Bring the arms up overhead into a full body stretch. The tips of the fingers all the way down to the tips of the toes. And just beginning to bend the knees, giving the knees a nice hug into the chest. Just coming to lie on one side for a restful breath here. And in your own time, keeping the eyes closed, just slowly making your way back to a seated position. Bringing the palms of the hands together at heart center into our Anjali Mudra. And we'll finish by taking 3 deep inhales through the nose, exhaling out through the mouth. Nice deep inhale. A nice deep inhale. And one last inhale. And just keeping the eyes closed, taking a moment to notice the effects of the practice on your body, on your mind, and on your breath. Thanking ourselves for showing up for our practice today. Namaste. Thanks everyone, well done. Bit of a challenging balance practice today, so I hope you got on okay with that.
Sure did. Thank you very much.
Thanks,
We
Ronan.
appreciate that. It was a good one. I have this recorded, guys, so I'll pop it back up on the website in the next hour, so it'll be up there as well. And for any of the 28-day challengers, good few people who are final results due tomorrow, so can't wait to see them, and I'll send out a message about that later. That's all from me for today, guys.
Thanks, Emil.
Good stuff.
Thanks,
Sarah.
See you next Sunday.
Guys.
Take care.
Chat to you later. Bye.
Bye.